everyone, I hope you are well. Welcome to my channel. So this is where I talk about twin flame process and use my psychic abilities. I'm clairsentient, clairaudient, claircognizant and clairvoyant. And these are monthly readings by sun sign, tarot readings, and you can apply them in any way that you want. So you can apply them to your sun sign or your wherever you've got the sign in your chart, whichever house it's related to. It could also be applicable. For example, I've done one reading already for Cancer, which is about finances, it seems to be, talking about money. So maybe that you want to look and see if you've got Cancer, where you've got Cancer in your chart, which house that's in, and how it's aspected. So yeah, just to let you know that. And then to also say, if anybody wants to get a personal reading, which obviously will be a lot more in depth and personally apply, you can get all the details at my website, which is given in the description box below. Alright, so that's it. Lots of love. See you in the readings. Bye. Scorpio, July 2023. So the first thing that they're showing me is the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is a couple, and they're standing in a church, and above them is a window, like a stained glass window, and the light is flowing through the window. The couple, however, is standing underneath the light, and they are looking anywhere but at the light. So they might be looking at each other, they might be looking at the ground. They are in somewhat of a confrontation in terms of the conversation that they're having, and they are unable to see above them. So the meaning of the Five of Pentacles basically is of not being able to see the light, so not being able to see whatever is good in life, and only being able to converse with what is not right. And how that's coming about is through duality. So it's through masculine and feminine, this couple. And the conversation. Now, they are people, right, in the card, but actually it's inside of you. So this could be a conversation inside of yourself where you can't find the light. So it could be like a conversation that you're having inside of yourself where you're only able to engage with negativity or negative aspects of a scenario or situation, and able to like free yourself from the kind of pull, the negative pull of something. So that's what I've got first of all for Scorpio. It's like a pulling down kind of energy, like energy being directed downwards into worst case scenario, despite the light that is above, which is another place that could be viewed. The thing is, right, the way they're showing me it as well is just so simplistic. It's like when you look downwards, you're looking into the physical domain and everything that happens in the physical domain: relationships, people, partnerships, activities, jobs, work, situations, life, this one life that you feel like you're having, all that kind of stuff. Excuse me. When you're looking down, so like furiously looking down, unable to see the light that is above, means that you're unable to see aspects of soul, basically. So you're unable to be free of the life that you currently exist in. So when they're showing me for that for Scorpio, why are you showing me that for Scorpio this month? Then they're getting me this tunneling down energy, like a rabbit in a hole or a fox in a hole. It's like a tunneling down, like paws scrabbling around, scrabbling to get downwards. They're saying getting down and dirty, like finding something out, like looking for something down in the depths. So they've got that for Scorpio. It's a mission, they're saying. Just like the fox that like is after the hare, like going down through the rabbit burrow. Or you could say, just like the dog that's after the fox, it's almost an eternal endeavour of seeking. They're talking about your eternal endeavour of seeking one thing after another. They're talking about that you will go down, 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 deep, deep, deeper and down, which I think is actually a song, and I don't know who it's by. But that's what they're singing to me. That this is your endeavour this month. However, in terms of this, it's almost like you're on autopilot. It feels like this month. There isn't anything to find, they're saying. You're not doing anything wrong. No one's having a go at you. All right? It's simply you're on autopilot and you're pre-programmed to go down and deeper and find out. And in terms of that pre-programming, you know what they just showed me, right? So the best way to explain it is, it's like, in the olden days, you would have had a bus ticket that was made of paper, and it was so important that you hung on to that bus ticket, because that meant that if anybody came to check that you had the ticket for the journey, you had your bus ticket, and the print was really like bright and clear on the bus ticket of what you were doing and where you were going. So it's so like meant so much. And we're looking at, in that energy, like 1900s, like the end of the first part of the 20th century kind of a thing. And that's really important. It was really important then, this paper ticket. And then they're showing me how now that paper ticket is completely meaningless. And it wouldn't matter if you had it or not, because nobody would recognize it anymore. But it doesn't mean that when you had it, it wasn't important. It just means that now what's taken the place of that is something to do with, they're showing me computers and like mainframes and computer generated information that has taken the place of that. So it just feels like this month you are gonna, that is an end, right? What you've been looking for is an end. It was an end, and it had a meaning, and it had an end to be found. There's an energetic reason for everything, right? So there was a reason for you searching, but the reason wasn't so you could find anything. The reason was because you had to energetically search, but there was nothing to find. It was just you were being asked to search, right? This was your purpose. But that's coming to an end, and everything is shifting into a new gear. And the new gear you don't even know anything about. So it's like going from the 1900s where you had a paper ticket to the 21st century where there is no paper anymore and everything is on a mainframe. So it's like complete like disregard of everything that was for a new beginning. But what they show me around this like mainframe and this computer stuff, it's like you're not there yet. So you're not even started on that yet. So that's yet to come in. So you've got something that's completely ending in terms of you searching for something, of trying to find a meaning, and we're looking back basically and looking to the past. And you have a brand new start coming, something completely that you do not understand even how to deal with this thing that's coming, or you haven't dealt with it yet, or it's completely brand new, or it's coming out of the blue. Two completely distinctly different things that you're going from one to the other, and that's basically what it's about this month. So what I've got for you this month is a huge void, to be honest, Scorpio. And where they've got this, like where you were looking back and this old thing that you were endeavoured in looking for, it feels like such the bridge to this new thing. I can't even explain how it feels like nothingness in between the bridge. The bridge is not a bridge. There's no way. There's no way from A to Z. in this case, but you will go from A to Z. But the where you're at this month feels like it feels like an ice cream. That's what they just said. So it feels like one of those cones with an ice cream on top and chocolate sticking out the top, and it feels like a day at the holidays and a day at the beach. And they're showing a beach, and they're showing those like windbreakers that you have on the beach, and they're showing like hankies on people's heads, and they're showing like dipping your toes in the sea, and they're showing people laughing and ice creams and candy floss and sticks of rock and just like frivolity and ridiculousness and going on the carousel and going on the Wurlitzer and going on the roller coaster, and they're saying it's a fun fair and it's a ride and it's a circus and it's a day out and it's frivolity and laughter. And do you know what they're showing in the image is everything like you would have had at the beginning of the 1900s, and then everything that you would have now. So all that combined, so all the happiness and joy combined of everything that we have been and everything that we're going to be, all coming in online at once. So this is your portal of exploration. They've got this feeling of, it's just bizarre because it feels like you don't know this is coming and you've got no way of navigating this energy that's going to be this month, because you're going to be like, they've got you just circling around going, what is this? What is this circus that I'm like coming across in this fun fair that is July? And it's like they just said exploration. They've got like you going like, what is this that you want me to explore? So you're going from it, like going deep down in the dark, right? Where like all the misery is in the past and the burdens and the hellfire, and they're like, oh God, what's gone on in my life and all this kind of stuff, and where have I come from and what's it all about, Alfie? And then you're heading out of that into this month, which is a completely different experience, where you're similarly going to be engaged as you are as a Scorpio in a way that is, well, what the hell is all this then? Because I don't get what this is either. So I can't tell you, you are Scorpio. You will have whatever reaction you're going to have to whatever it is that you're brought into relationship with this month. So it's not for me to tell you how to engage with that. Because I don't think, Scorpio is such a powerful sign that you have power beyond anybody else's deciphering of how you can deal with something. I'm saying that I've got Mars in Scorpio myself, so I know when I get angry, and there's no talking me out of it. So it's just there's no talking you out of however you're going to feel about this month. So I'm not going to try and do that. All I'm saying is you're going to be presented this month with a lot of opportunities to, it's not something so mundane as having fun in a physical sense. It's more like a hall of mirrors, and that they've got that song, that music playing in the back of my head, which is like, like the clown music. So it's kind of like a hall of mirrors, and clowns can be scary, clowns can be funny, right? So, but it depends how you engage with the essence of a clown. So it's up to you how you engage with this month. But all they're saying, it's like a whirling dervish, basically. And I've got the energy going in and out. And how you meet it is how it's up to you. But I get you'll navigate it in a way. You'll almost go to circumnavigate it. So I don't get you going into happiness and joy and like going, whoo, I'm so happy and joyful. I get you more going into it like curiously, like, what the hell is this? And like skirting around it, like, oh, missed that clown. Oh, dodge that one over there. And kind of going in, like you go into a ghost train and you like just hold onto the sides and you're like going side to side and you're coming out at the end of it and you're like, oh, I managed to get through that month. So it's kind of like that. And then that ends. And when you come out of this month, you are literally thrown out of this month into that. Just as I said that, I've got to just tell you, I just had this ringing in my left ear. like really high-pitched ringing, and the energy just completely changed and shifted into like, it's like the energy of, I just describe it right, it feels like hallowed ground. It feels like when you go to a monastery where there may not be any monks anymore. For centuries, there's not been monks, but there's this energy of stillness and quiet. So you're coming out of this month from the whirling dervisher of what you're going through this month, which is all like hall of mirrors and like woohoo and ghost trains and things popping up out of the blue to try and scare you or make you laugh, to August, where it's just like stillness and it's pureness, and it is a completely opposite energy, and there's nothing there, and it's you on your own again, and you're just like thrown out, and it's grassy, and there's nothing but this towering like pile of old bricks that used to be a monastery and no one around. But that's the real start, they're saying. That is the real start, because you're not seeing anything there when you come out at the end of this month, but it's all yet to begin. And it's going to be nothing like this month. It's going to be, well, we don't know. It's next month. So that's what I've got for you, Scorpio. It's a roller coaster, basically. And I will see you next time. Lots of love. Bye.